to be while I talk with you that we hear the announcement. I'm sure that we are trying to as much as possible to ensure that we get the latest on the N.F.F announcing the new Super Eagles coach. If information, there's no yet update, but we know that there's been so much several reports on that. So, Agbabiaka, we're back on what we started with. The new Super Eagles coach to be announced soon by the Nigerian Football Federation. Colin Udo said that we probably, Colin Udo, a football journalist, said that it probably be today, it will be tomorrow. What target do you intend to give the new Super Eagles coach?
Well, I mean, before I answer that, I really want to say a very big congratulations to one of our Nigerian Super Eagles player who missed the African Cup of Nations, Victor Boniface, winning the
Yeah.
Bundesliga last week. What a celebration! What a way to finish the season. Yeah. Then back
Let's still on
to
that. Let's just say what mentioning. I mean, Boniface winning the Bundesliga, and there's something interesting about the two victors. I think there's the history of Bayern Leverkusen. This is the first time they are definitely winning the Bundesliga. And while for the other one that won last season, Victor Osimhen, who won Serie A last season, it's the first in a long while since Maradona was that player, the one that, and both of them came at a particular time. Do you think there's a fate that has to do with people that you're coming at a time where they're winning this? If Boniface had been Bundesliga for last season, he had been Leverkusen, he wouldn't have won that for 2 seasons ago. And the same applied to Victor Osimhen. If he has been in Napoli some season before now, they came at the right time where the two teams needed it, and they were instrumental to winning it for them. What can you say about time and chance and decision you make in life, especially when it has to do with your career?
I mean, when it has to do with your chance, you need a little bit of luck sometimes, so not just time and chance. I mean, last season was the whole newspaper, the whole TV was all about Victor Osimhen with his wonderful goals that he plays for Napoli, and then it was next to Maradona. That's what I call him most of the time, because that's the only time. I mean, in 30 years, that was the first time in 30 years that Napoli would be celebrating winning the Italian Serie A. And in retrospect to it, back in 365 days between that, we now see Victor Boniface doing the same thing for Bayer Leverkusen. So, I mean, that's what I keep saying. We missed those boys in the final of the African Cup of Nations. If we've had Victor Boniface together with Victor Osimhen, we would have won the African Cup of Nations. But yeah, still, it's a good thing. I mean, sometimes when you're making your career, when you're choosing the team to go into, you probably need a little bit of luck, and the luck works for both of them. But yeah, a good one for Victor Boniface. He's a fantastic player. He had a couple of injuries during the season, but of course, his team were also able to still carry on without him, and he came back, and then he is sinking very well properly.
Well said. Let me take your mind to one decision that happened in the long while with the man they call, I think, is it Coutinho or the man they call Hazard? I think it has to be Coutinho. Yeah, it's Coutinho when he left Liverpool. The season he left Liverpool have been looking for the Premier League for a very long time, and Coutinho left Liverpool for Barcelona, and Coutinho leaving Liverpool was a legend. It was I can call him a legend, has done so well. But calculated moves sometimes really affect players. You can never know all. A lot of people didn't believe that it was that. That's the next season, if he leaves Liverpool, is when Liverpool is going to win the Premier League. And he left for Barcelona. And I'm sure, if I'm not mistaken, you are the expert in this. I don't think Barcelona won the La Liga that same season he left for Barcelona. But what I'm pointing out right now is that the year he left Liverpool, he would have been more decorated if he have won that league with Liverpool. I'm sure that was the same year he left. What do you think one should consider in taking a decision? Decision will be taken soonest as regards to Super Eagles, and that decision who is going to be our next Super Eagles coach will affect what we're going to have with the Super Eagles in the next few or 3 years. And decision making needs to be taken properly. So, what can you say about Coutinho leaving Liverpool at that time? And everybody would have thought that would have been the best move for you to leave Liverpool for Barcelona. But at that moment he left, it wasn't a good move for him.
Well, the season he left, yes, you rightly said, it was a season getting close to when Xavi and Iniesta were probably Iniesta was probably on his low season, and Philip Coutinho was one of the best midfielder in Liverpool that season. And then COVID-19 came, and that was the season Liverpool won the Premier League season. That was a closed door win. They didn't even have opportunity to parry their cup, so it was always something there. But like you said, it was when he moved to Liverpool, when he moved to Barcelona, it was a calculated move. Barcelona was in top of their season, but Madrid won the Champions League that season and won the Premier League won their La Liga that season. So yeah, I mean it's a little bit of luck sometimes. We see with not just him alone. We've seen Harry Kane left Tottenham, went to Bayern Munich. They didn't win a trophy. They didn't win a trophy, and of course, we've seen so many players done that over the past years, and it didn't work for them. But for Victor Boniface, I think it works for him. He needs that little bit of luck, and the luck was on his side. Same with Victor Osimhen.
Yes, so many interesting things we need to talk about. So finally, there's still nothing update. We've been trying to as much as possible to get the latest update, whether it's to be tomorrow, whether it's at the moment. We are itching to break the news to all our listeners across the globe that this particular moment is a moment where we are all taking our claws in media personalities. Even those in Estonia, like Chinua Agbabiaka, is also waiting, checking the phones, checking the moment when it's going to be announced the new Super Eagles coach, because this is a big relief that we probably want to see somebody that's a local, in somebody that is a Nigerian, because a lot of people say that the Nigerians don't get the respect, they don't get the accolades given to them, the coaches, if they're taking over, if they're going to be the head coach of the Super Eagles. But all said and done, we're still keeping with time. It might be today, it might be tomorrow, it might be anytime sooner, but we're all waiting for who the next Super Eagles coach will be. So a big thank you to Seun Agbabiaka for being part of today's show. I'm sure, Seun, you said earlier that you're trying to wish somebody a happy birthday. I'm sure that person must be close to your heart, and I'm sure who that person might be.
Well, it's one of my best friends, and is a very big supporter of football. It's also he's also an entrepreneur. He's a very big supporter of football. During the African Cup of Nations, he supported the football itself, and he really did a very good support. So, his name is Muyiwa Oladipo Ladi. I call him Ladi. He's also an artist, by the way, but he's a very good person, and yeah, a very big happy birthday to him.
So we hope we have Muyiwa Ladipo, wish a very wonderful happy birthday. A football supporter, someone that has been giving his time, like we rightly said, for football development, and I'm sure he's an entrepreneur. I'm sure we expect him to also use his resources to develop football in his area. But right now, today is your day. We wish you a very wonderful happy birthday, coming from Plus Sports, and also coming from Seun Agbabiaka all the way from Estonia. Yes, we hope to have the birthday boy soonest on our studio to talk about football development in the country. Thank you very much, Seun Agbabiaka, for being part of today's show.
Thank you very much for having me, always.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Seun. Away from that, this is where we are ending it for today's program. Don't forget, tomorrow is another time, 5 p.m. Nigerian time, is where we talk plus sport to the hour of 6. But we are leaving right now, but we will not let you go without also reminding the kids that table tennis is a vital tool to keep yourself busy. Table tennis is something you need to do. The first #1 table tennis player in the world, in Africa, is a Nigerian. Nigeria has done so well. The first person to get to the quarterfinal of the Olympics in table tennis is in Nigeria. And so when you talk football, the next sport you should also be talking about in Nigeria is basketball, is table tennis. So we want you to go with this report. Like you have joined us, it's the first time you'll be saying this, but we laid it earlier, the 2024 Kazim Makondiola Table Tennis Clinic. So enjoy this. Same time tomorrow, we'll be giving you all what you need to know in the world of sport. Bye for now.
The second edition of Kazim Makondiola Table Tennis Clinic ended with so much of glamour and excitement for kids who participated at the annual events. With over 60 kids in attendance, several table tennis skills and artistry were in display as renowned table tennis instructor Sylvester Dominic spoke on the importance of the clinic.
The language in table tennis, the first thing we teach our athletes, because the children were divided into two categories. Some of them have been playing the game before, some of them were around the last year, some of them are not, some of them have never played table tennis before. So the first thing we teach them is grip. So we thank God that we are able to achieve that, the grip, how to bounce the ball, how to serve. But we are able to achieve that. We taught them how to serve, taught them return of service. For those who have been playing before, taught them return of service and service. We taught them services, the services they are supposed to serve, bottom spin, side spin, mix spin. Taught them how to serve and how to receive the same service.
Samuel Oyeniyi and Pearl Ero, who were part of the clinic, spoke on what they learnt at the event.
The learning aspect, we learned new things, we learned new techniques and stuff, we learned about the great game, and for the competition, it was fun, both those that lost, both those that won, it was all fun, we learned new sportsmanship and everything. It has been fun and interesting, and it has helped me improve my skills in table tennis. Because when I first came, I didn't know how to play table tennis, but now I'm really good at it, and I know most of the basic skills, all the offensive and defensive strokes, and stuff like that. The internship was fine, so it was okay. I got to learn about the techniques in table tennis, and I actually got taught this and I actually met you from this chaplain.
The initiator of the event, Kazim Makondiola, who was represented by his wife, expressed his satisfaction to all stakeholders who made the event memorable.
Championship game for today, I really enjoyed it because this is my first time of witness this clinic program that my husband is doing. At the same time, I really thank the coaches. They did a lot of work that I did not even expect. It was very interesting because the first edition, the first bit I was not there, but this one I witnessed this because my husband is not around. So I'm very grateful for the champions. They performed very well. Both the third place, the first and the second overall champion, they did a lot of work, and I'm very amazing.
The second edition of Kazim Makondiola